Yeah. We put in work and here's the proof. What you want?
I'm making moves, punching in.
I'm on it too.
I'm in the gym.
I'm in the stew.
It's hunting season.
Where's the food?
We push each other daily, level up.
Cause that's what brothers do.
Clock in.
Clock in, baby.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah. Let's get it though.
I like that transition. Okay.
Let's get it.
All right. We back, man.
How you feel, man? This fool was on the longest PTO hiatus.
Took a sabbatical for my mental
damn.
health. For my mental health.
Yeah. Okay, I like
For my
that.
mental health. You like that? You like
That's,
that? For my mental health.
Yeah, I like
Feel
that.
me?
I like that.
We're gonna get into mental health.
Yeah,
today.
we won't get into that, man.
Okay, but nah, man,
How you
it's
feel?
refreshing, man, to be back. You know, a lot's happened in the last month. You know, so this is a good platform for me to just vent sometimes, man. So
No doubt, man. That's what it's
looking
about.
forward to it, man. Looking forward to being back around Nick and E. You know, we're missing Katie and Andrew, so shout out to Katie and Andrew. We'll see y'all next episode.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, just being around the team. Got my girlfriend Aaliyah here.
Clock
Back
in.
at the pod with us, chilling. So
Clock in.
I like the vibe, man. I like the vibe.
Clock
Glad I
in.
got my position back. I saw the LinkedIn post.
I seen it, man. I posted it.
Oh, you posted it? I was
posted
gonna
it.
ask who was responsible for that.
I posted that mug. That's for the Patreon.
It's Sunday.
Right. But yeah, you already know. You already know what it is.
We on our rushing, our grinding, our hustling.
He in the building. Mr. Foodie. Yes, sir. We back, man. What episode is this?
47.
7 or 7?
7.
Let's take off. Let's take off. Then.
47.
Let's take off. 45, 47.
40. SEM. That's hot.
Like an L or something.
7.
Yeah, it's definitely a B in there.
7. SEM.
Might be a P in there. 7.
We gotta let the people vote on it. How you spell 7?
Yeah, I don't know. Where Nip at? Crib chilling.
We grown now. He can take care of himself.
He's still like, confined. Yeah, he's good.
Okay, yeah, man. Shout out to Nip, man.
That's on lockdown. That's on set down.
Yes, sir.
There's more to come as far as football. Yeah, we're coming back. We're coming back.
Yeah, we back, man. We back.
Gotta start it off right, man. Make sure I'm not too rusty. Episode 47, co-host here, Marshall Hamilton, a.k.a. Cedrico.
Yes, sir. Austin Hamilton here, a.k.a. A-Ham, a.k.a. Amen.
Amen. We gotta get you a
All
drop, too.
Yeah, we need that.
Gotta get you that drop. Yeah, man. Like we've been doing this season, want to inform the people and let them know about what we have going on outside of Clock In. First and foremost, Andrew. I can't pronounce his last name. I'm gonna butcher it,
T. Womack?
but his last name is Agumang, maybe.
Oh,
His
yeah.
last
Yeah.
name. Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I can't help you out on that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask him, man, confirm that.
You might just need a drop for that.
He does need his own drop. Yeah, we all need it. Casey needs a drop, but Andrew
Doing drops
does
next episode.
exactly, man. We got you.
That'd be good behind the scenes Patreon content, too.
With the creation of drops.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would definitely. Andrew has his own videography business, Tier Womack. So all the dope, clips we post with the professional look, that's from him and his girlfriend Katie. Katie has the social media marketing side, KCQ Marketing. So they're a power couple, man, doing big things. So I like them. Horst Gressel, man, the top producer in the
We on our
DMV.
rushing, our grinding, our hustling.
Been in the game for almost two decades, man.
Let's go. Let's keep it going.
If you're an artist, man, or even if you just need music for videography or whatever, man, check out Gress, man. It's Gressel.com, right? There you go.
And Camp.
Mr. Foley, man, a.k.a. Nico.
You got any other nicknames? Just Neek.
Neek.
Yeah.
Fooly, Mr. Fooly. How would you describe your business? I feel like, you do videography as well, but I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's...
Any video needs.
There we go.
Videography. Any video needs. I don't like to do animation. I don't like to do like social media excitement stuff. I like to pull up with my camera, film, and make something real.
Just authentic.
Anything, commercials, music videos, recaps, events, concerts, whatever you need a video for.
There you have it, man.
There it is.
My man working on the Wizard of Oz right now.
Wizard 2020 coming Thanksgiving.
Let's go,
Yes,
man.
sir. Yes, sir.
Can't forget OTA, Overtime Athletics, man. One of our, I like to call them our unofficial sponsor. This is where we record the podcast. Shout out to Chris Whelan and
Chris Hort.
Chris Hort, man, doing big things. Year-round summer camps for the kids to stay active, man. And during COVID, it's especially important, man. They're doing the social distancing and handling all the COVID regulations, so don't need to worry about that. But last but not least, the Goods basketball, man. We've been ramping up the content lately, man.
Shout out to Neek.
Shout out to Neek. Got the shirt.
Running merch.
Yeah, I mean, in our opinion, we have the best pickup runs in the DMV.
Come on, talk to me.
You feel what I'm saying? Some dude out Maryland, Uncle Scoob is his nickname, and he can hoop, man. He's known in the area, but he posted a clip. His bump said it's the best bump in the DMV.
But there are others who we're not really putting time in. We're not putting the work in.
Man. The goods.
We're not clocking in.
The goods.
So that we can do what God is calling us to do.
Look, we had... Yeah, we won't get into it, but we had some dudes come through and play Wednesday. And it's just funny, man. You can sense the energy. You can sense, when dudes think it's gonna be sweet, right?
Yeah, it's like
I sense that. I sense that from jump. Some of these dudes, they play overseas, G League, whatever. So they come in with a certain swagger, rightfully so.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
You got to that point. You can walk like that. But when you come to the goods, remember the N1 joint? When you come to the hood, when you come to the goods, things change, man. So we had to let them know, man. But yeah, it's just not many dudes know about like us as a family, and some may know me just from playing or whatever. But like when we're all together hooping, like. It's a different brand of basketball, man. I'm trying to tell y'all. Like, we may not look the part, but trust me, when we get out there, it's tough, man.
You're gonna have to play. You're gonna have to come ready to play, bro. Like every possession. It's not just like every possession. And the thing I was thinking about, man, because I feel like we're in that middle ground of where we know how to play the game the right way. People may call it like. The proper way to hoop, or kind of like, I don't like this term, but the way white teams play with moving the ball.
Yeah. Like
that's how basketball's supposed to be played, right? But sometimes those teams may be intimidated, when they play against dudes from a certain background.
Mm-hmm.
But we also have played a lot of street ball. We also played a lot of pickup ball, so we can play the right way, but also
mix it up.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the not many people have that.
Mm-hmm.
Not many people know how to do both, so...
And we can shoot the crap out of the ball.
Yeah.
When all of us are hitting on all cylinders, like, it's tough, man. And, yeah, our game travels, dog. It travels.
Yeah, like, we know how to win games. I mean, that's just what it comes down to. We know how to win games, so yeah, man. He said, our 5 versus their 5.
Tell him to come Wednesday.
I'm going to hit him. I actually hit him. He ain't hit me back. But yeah, I'm gonna hit them up again.
We gotta get you to come to that, Nick.
And they're from PG too. They're from PG, DC area, so there's also an element of Northern Virginia doesn't really get that respect that we deserve. You feel me? Like I feel like the dudes from Wednesday, most of them probably weren't from.
Nah,
like,
they're probably
Northern
from
Virginia.
Yeah, they're from all over. They're used to playing in their own little pickup run.
But yeah, man, it's different, man. It's different, man. Speaking of different. Patreon, shout out to Brittany Wakeman. She puts out weekly newsletters. A lot of great information. Like, if you're not tapped into Patreon, the newsletters itself are worth it.
Yep.
You know, a lot of great information about how to stay healthy, how to eat healthy, how to be active. You know, how to, you know, spend time with family, friends.
Focus, reset.
Yeah, focusing, you know, getting your mind right. Anything you can think of. Like, she's really putting in a lot of work and effort into thinking about how we can help people. That's what it's about, right? And then we have some additional content. We apologize for not getting an extra episode out last month due to, you know, vacation and some life things that we just didn't see coming. We weren't able to do that, but we're going to try to maybe do 2 episodes this month or something to make up for it. And then clocking lifestyle, like I said, if you're grinding, man, you're clocking in, you want to get that filmed and documented so people can see your clocking. Hit us up. Nico can get you right, and we can, you know, market, you know, your lifestyle and kind of show people what a day in the life is, or week in the life is for you. You know what I'm saying? It can be a great motivator for others, but also promote your brand and promote yourself. So that's it, man, as far as just the preliminary stuff. Want to get into, you know, a few things, man, that happened during the break. I turned 30, bro, July 22nd. It's crazy.
How you feel?
I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, I gotta get back, man. I gotta get back physically. I probably weigh the most I've weighed like ever, and you know, it's not like I'm at the point of no return, but it's 30. I said I was gonna go into 30 in the best shape of my life, and that hasn't happened. And yeah, not making excuses. Life has been crazy this whole year. But honestly, it's been a reminder that, like, you know, if I don't reset, like, you know, I could be going downhill, you know. So, and then I found another white hair, man, on my chin. You know what I'm saying? So it's
be like that.
It's life's coming at me. 30's coming at me fast.
It be like that.
But I'm excited though, bro. I'm excited, man.
Talking about young man yet?
Oh yeah. I gotta tell that story.
Oh man.
I gotta tell that story. So my little sister,
young blood.
my little sister, she had a going away party because she's she's at Duke now for a doctor.
Shout out.
Doctor of physical therapy.
Shout out to Maria, man.
Very impressive, man. So she had a little get together. This was last Saturday, and your uncle, man, Uncle Scooter. We talk about Scooter a lot on the pod, actually. Scooter was there.
Fact.
Here, all right.
OG.
Scooter and my dad. It doesn't matter where the event we're at. They find seats next to each other. They sit and they rap for about 2.5 hours. They don't move. They literally don't move.
That's what it's about, man.
And I was listening in, just trying to get some wisdom.
That's what it's about.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Scooter's one of the best storytellers, you know, in the game too.
Facts. Though.
So, anyway, that was a side note.
Yeah.
But
that's an OG right there.
I gotta get to Scooter's level at some point. I gotta get
There's
some
a couple levels. There's a couple of levels I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to get to that Scooter level. Then I'm also trying to get to the level where I can wear jeans, a t-shirt, and a blazer. You feel me? If I get to that level, that means I'm making some good bread.
Make some good bread.
That's
doing
Jordan
some
on the bench, bro.
Facts.
With the hat though.
I don't know if I can pull off the hat, but I just need
Kangol.
I just need a blazer, a t-shirt, and some jeans. Like I can't pull that crap off. I tried to do it the other day. I was in the mirror just trying on fit. I swear. Ask Jess. And I didn't like it, man.
You weren't feeling it?
I wasn't feeling it. So I'm like, yeah, I got some work to do. I promise you, dog. Ask Jess. I was in that joint.
I'm not even gonna hold you. I went to work a couple times that way when I got my job at Everbridge a couple years back.
How'd you feel? Do you like it? You felt corny?
I wasn't there yet. I wasn't there yet. Okay. But that's yeah. Like that's.
But
here's the thing. I went that way to work. when you can do that going to the grocery store.
Yeah, facts.
Or going to your kid's basketball game.
Right. That's when you know.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're just doing it just to do it.
Man, it's hot. It's hot as Southern Grisset this month.
It is hot. It is hot.
Sure is hot too.
But going back to the young man story, so Maria had the audacity to invite some guys.
The audacity.
I don't know what she thought. I don't know what type
I
of.
feel that,
I don't know what she thought was about to happen, right? So I hear whispers, Justin and so and so here. I was like, oh, okay, who's Justin?
Yeah.
So they walk out into the deck, and I didn't really like their comfortability.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
They're too comfortable already.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
You know what I'm saying? Like they weren't scared enough. They weren't timid enough.
I feel
you gotta come in.
I
You
agree.
gotta come in, and Eric,
a little timid.
when you come into Marva's house,
Yeah.
you can't come in with a certain level of confidence and arrogance.
Facts.
Okay.
You must come humble.
You gotta come humble.
A holy heart.
You gotta come humble. Okay. Because my mom gonna spot it immediately.
Humble thyself.
You gotta speak. You gotta come in and speak right away.
Humble thyself before Marva. That's a scripture.
We need to have a.
That's a scripture in the Hamilton Bible. That's a scripture.
Inscribed above the doorway.
Humble thyself.
So they
beneath. I mean, the Bible just be having words, dog, with the TH. That's all they.
Yeah. They're only using the Bible.
Right.
They're only using
Throw a
the Bible.
TH after anything in the Bible.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Or add a T. Shout. Thou shout.
Yeah. This is how you know we. Yeah.
Bestow.
Yeah, it's just I don't know why. Yeah, T's used a lot.
Yeah. Right.
So they come in. They come in and I'm sitting down. Immediately I'm like this.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So I walk up to them. I said, Marshall, how you doing, young man?
Yeah.
I said, how you doing, young man? I said, I just turned 30, so I can call you young man now. And I gave him a firm handshake.
I thought y'all would have pulled something like Bad Boys too.
Well, they were like friends.
Yeah,
they were her
yeah.
friends. But it didn't matter.
Yeah. It's still.
They came in. I didn't like one dude was 21 with a beard that connected. I didn't like that either.
Yeah.
I was probably more bad about that because my beard hasn't connected yet. Okay,
It's
so
wild seeing you see younger cats
Be in
than
that
you,
position.
You're like, can't believe this.
Yeah.
right. No, I wasn't feeling his beard game.
But nah,
to
you
be
said
honest
it,
with
man. The energy is too comfortable.
Yeah. They came in and
And we're just playing, man. We don't know these kids, man. They could be good dudes, but or maybe you're not playing.
I'm not. I talked to him. I talked to him.
Yeah.
But after that handshake,
Yeah.
they were sitting a little bit different.
Yeah,
They sit
yeah.
next to me,
Yeah.
right, and they weren't having conversations loudly, and
Yeah.
I had to.
Nah, we get
Had to
to that
engage.
point, man, where it's young fella, young man, youngster,
Yep.
youngin. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, we can do
It's
that.
part of the maturity, man.
Yeah, but
Especially when the grades come.
we had a good time, man. Out in Arlington, it wasn't just celebrating my birthday. Austin's birthday is July 7th, and we didn't really get a chance to celebrate that. So shout out to my brothers who came out, Salah, Riley, Brian
Brian
was with us.
Brody, some coworkers.
Yeah, some of Austin's coworkers, Katie.
Morgan. Yeah, it was fun. Man.
Katie and Andrew pulled up. Some of her friends pulled up.
We had an amazing time.
We had a booth. So all right. Here's the thing. We started out with like a little like restaurant booth. Like literally a booth, right? And more people started coming.
Shout out Bar Bow too.
Yeah.
That's where we was at.
Shout out to Juan Aquino Lopez. Was
Juan there?
Nah, he only works on Sundays.
Sharuk.
Yeah, Sharuk Mode, guys I went to high school with. Juan, first of all, if your name's Aquino Lopez, you're smooth. You're something smooth. And you have Juan.
That sounds like a tequila, man.
Nah, Juan's smooth, man. He's one of the smoothest in the game. If I was Hispanic, I probably would be like,
that's my guy Henry's arch nemesis.
Yeah.
Henry's dad's name is Santana, dog.
Yeah. That's
Santana got
that's different.
He got like 12 kids, but it's probably because his name is Santana.
You're bagging off if your name is Santana.
Smooth, dude.
Especially the first name. But we ended up Walt ended up working his magic, and we ended up getting like the biggest section.
We had to. Cause
Yeah.
A bunch of people that, I mean, we didn't know they were going to pull up, but they did. And they were like, yo, like, well, the problem was they kept saying, like, yeah, we're with, like, the Hamiltons or whatever. And they got to a point where, like, hold up, man. All y'all can't be with the Hamiltons in this little booth.
Right.
Because it was built for, like, 5-6 people.
Yeah.
So to go from there, we had to get the, like, section. And we felt like, remember in Above the Rim when they when Kyle Watson and them, when they came and got their jerseys and stuff, that's what it felt like.
Yeah.
They came and got the jerseys.
It turned into a movie for sure. It definitely turned into a movie. Shout out to y'all, man, for making it special. Shout out to Aaliyah and her family. I was actually in her hometown with her on my actual birthday. Took me to this Mexican spot, man. The food in California is way better, and they give you way bigger portions. Like, it's crazy.
The real question was,
got a cake.
What was you repping out there? Okay.
When you're in Cali different, man.
Can't divulge that?
I can't talk about that. It's Sunday. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Respect.
Just know my favorite color. You know my favorite color. That's all I'll say.
I hope it was white out there.
Right, yeah.
I was wearing lime green and
freaking brown.
Wolf gray.
Just watched the video of the guy who was like, "Don't wear this LA hat."
Yeah.
Don't wear this.
Yeah, everybody, homie, cuz.
Talk about the Drew League.
Oh yeah, man, Drew League. So shout out to Mikhail Hamilton. We're not related, but we're related if you feel what I'm saying. His uncle runs the Drew League, and
Dino. Shout out to Dino.
Shout out Dino Smiley. Get there, man, and
is there a cover there?
No, it's free.
Oh wow, that's dope. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you just pull up.
That's dope.
They sell merch and they have like concession stands and stuff like that. But
they'd make a killing too,
man.
But it's a non-profit, so I get it.
Yeah. Nah, it works out. But man, it was probably the best hoop environment, and as far as competition and in the crowd I've ever been a part of, man. Like, you know, I rep the DMV, I rep Virginia, but it's different out in LA, bro. Like, if you're one of the top players, whether you're high school, college, pro, or former high school, college, pro, like if you're just one of the top dudes in the area and you're not playing in the Drew League,
yeah, they're gonna look at. Then you're not a top player.
Yeah, they're looking at you like you're ducking.
You're not a top
You're ducking
player.
the bump, and there's a reason why you don't want to get exposed.
Yeah.
Out here, most of the top dudes aren't playing in these leagues.
No.
You know, they have their own private workouts, their own private bump. So that's something we're trying to change. You know, after being out there, it's like we need to create an environment where, you know, some players from the Wizards are coming.
Yeah, the best of the best.
And they're not worried about, but they're also not worried about, you know, random dudes undercutting them and stuff like that. But great experience, man. Like Nick Young was up there. I'm sick. Anthony Davis had just left before we got there.
Damn. AD.
Dudes there. Everybody's 6'4" to 7 feet. Like I turned around and there was a team that was about to play after the game that we were at, and I'm like, yo, what? Yeah. Who are these dudes?
A lot of those dudes though, they're probably like there for a couple months to work out, but they just play in the jersey, so they're probably not from LA.
Yeah. Not everybody's from LA.
Not everyone, sure. But yeah, I mean that's the place to be.
Yeah, everybody and then just LA in general, like how it is in the movies, the way houses look, the alleys, like bro, it looks exactly like the movie. So we got to get out there.
Nah,
shoot, as a clocking team, we got to get out there.
Nah, that'd be dope.
Where were you?
It wasn't in the heart of LA. It was in Bellflower, so like right outside of LA at this private school. But don't let it fool you, man. The hood was still there. The hood was definitely still there. Some dude was repping East Side for no reason. I don't even know why. He just said, I'm from East Side, cuz.
He said that
what
to
you
you?
mean? Not to me.
I was about to say, like, what you how you act?
I wouldn't.
The room. East Side, huh?
Hey.
Gotta let him know.
You gotta let him know, man. Just in case somebody wants some smoke.
Yeah, but it's dope out there.
Where you from?
If I was from LA, I definitely would have been from South Central. she talking about. I would have been with the game in them. The game from Compton, but
I would have been from Crenshaw, though.
You would have been from Crenshaw? Okay.
Shout out
so we
to
would have been rivals?
You know, Blue. Nah, we don't.
We're not gonna get into that. Okay.
Yeah, that's not for this, man. It's not for this. Yeah. Nico know what's good though.
All right, man. Let's get into some basketball, man.
Get me caught up.
Yeah, like there's so much to talk about. It's been a month, but NBA free agency is a hot topic.
Did we even talk about the finals?
Nah, I have part of that on the agenda to discuss.
Damn, it's been a minute.
Yeah, because the finals ended when I was in Cali.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We'll get into that. But we got to talk about the Lakers, man. Because I'm a Lakers fan. LeBron's your guy.
Sure.
We got to at least talk about that. May not have time to talk about other parts of free agency, but how do you feel about the Lakers' moves and their chances to make that finals run?
I mean, I like it, man. I mean, it all comes down to, like in chess, right? The king and the queen, LeBron and AD. If they're healthy, to me, they're the favorite. I can't see anybody beating them if those two are healthy. Brooklyn? Specifically,
Brooklyn?
On the west.
Okay.
And it's specifically AD. If AD's healthy, they're tough to beat, man. But yeah, I like the Westbrook move. That gives them another just element of versatility. Because think about him and AD off the pick and roll. They're gonna play at a faster pace, which they're better at. You saw that in the bubble when they play at a faster pace. Melo's a shooter. I love the kid Kendrick Nunn.
Yep.
Great pickup because he can defend, he can score, he's scrappy. Who else? He picked up Dwight Howard again.
Back.
So that's a big one. Who else?
Wayne Ellington,
a vet shooter. I mean, they got a lot of vets. I get it. Yeah, like Malik Monk. He's like a baby JR.
Yeah.
Honestly, he's a baby JR.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they're a favorite, man. I think again, those guys healthy, it'd be tough to beat. And y'all saw what LeBron tweeted. He's on a mission, man. He's on a mission, and I believe AD is too, right? Like, it's gonna be interesting, but yeah, I love the moves, honestly.
Yeah, man. I mean, I agree. It's seldom we agree about anything when it comes to LeBron.
That's fact.
I mean, look at how he won championships. If you look at how he won championships, forget all the the hoopla about how old they are and blase. Let's actually look. When he played with the Heat, or if you look at all of his championship teams, they've had
vets,
a young superstar, him, vets. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Kyrie was the young superstar. Him, K-Love was
even with the Heat. Like LeBron was that.
LeBron was a young superstar. Exactly.
Yeah. D-Wade was a bit older, but yeah, I agree.
LeBron doesn't play with young. He doesn't play with young guys.
Why would you want to play with young guys?
You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't really play with young guys.
Who are the young guys on the Bucks for real?
He's always been the youngest.
I mean, the only youngin who really got ticked like that was
Portis.
Portis isn't that young.
That's what I'm saying.
Portis and what's my guy?
DiVincenzo got hurt.
White dude. I'm blanking on his name.
Connaughton. He's still not that young.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, that whole youth stuff. That stuff is overrated.
Let's look at the championship teams that won. The Warriors were what you would consider the last young team to really win.
They weren't even young.
They weren't young. That young. They've been in the league for 5-6 years.
Yeah.
They played together the whole time.
Exactly.
And they had vets.
They had a young core.
Yeah, exactly.
They have experience.
David West, Bogut,
Livingston,
Iggy,
Patty Mills,
Barbosa.
Harrison Barnes has been in the league for about 5 years at that point.
Look at the Raptors. Lowry, Kawhi, Gasol, Norman Powell.
Yep.
The youngins were Siakam and Van Vliet.
Van Vliet he don't play like a youngin.
And he never did. And he doesn't act like a youngin.
He never did.
I'm not even trying to be funny. There is also something to like maturity off the court. Like Kuzma and all these young like
Ben Simmons,
Wiggins, all these, they
right.
You got to give Kuzma a pass because he has one, and he played well throughout that run in the bubble.
Yeah, I just mean like the type of young.
But yeah, I get what
you know what I'm saying. Like the social media.
Thrive in DC.
Like off, like
Both.
Like at Rose Bar and stuff.
All the above. Because he gets to come here and be the man. Instead, not like we all know Bill is still the man.
Yeah.
But you're in LA, bro. You're nobody in LA. Once you get
he had a good brand in LA.
Yeah, but you're in LA.
But it's also like DC sports, like the fandom and the aura of DC sports it's just not even close.
But I think him just being the man out here will boost up his confidence. He's a good player.
Yeah. Nah, he's
so I think
great talent.
His confidence. He does get to be.
We'll get to see how good he is.
Number 2, number 3.
Yeah.
He can hoop, bro.
We'll get to see how good he is.
Hoop. But here's the thing about LeBron and young dudes and this is part of the reason why it doesn't really work out. And it's not just that he doesn't want to play with them. I think for young guys, it's tougher to play with him because they have to. Yeah, it's kind of like when Kobe was playing his last 4 years or so. The youngins couldn't really be themselves, and grow into the player that they needed to be under LeBron because LeBron's in championship mode all the time, right? So it's
pressure.
I don't have time for you to wait for you to grow. Like either you're ready now or you're not, and their role is usually lessened because of that. So I agree with you, Nick. Like Kuzma became a catch and shoot guy for the most part. Not that he's a great ball handler, but he didn't.
But not really. I think that's also a misconception of he was not a catch and shoot guy with LeBron.
I think he's more of a run the floor.
He ran the floor.
I don't think he can dribble for real. I don't think he got.
He wasn't really a catch and shoot guy.
He kind of
because he's not a catch and shoot guy.
He had to be.
If you look in the playoffs when things slowed down in half court offense, Kuzma was more of a catch and shoot guy.
Because he had to be. Who else was going to do it? That's my problem with the Lakers. Who's going to shoot the ball? Melo?
On this team, on the new team.
Yeah,
I mean Melo, Malik Monk, he'll be a shooter. Wayne Ellington. So they got some shooters.
They didn't have that many when they won a championship in the bubble either.
I'm saying Kuz he was forced to be the shooter. I don't think he is a shooter for real.
Well, I mean, who was the catch and shoot guy on the Bucks?
PJ Tucker in the corner.
If you really look at like offense it's sexy. At the end of the day, dog, defense still wins championships.
Yeah, but Middleton is a shooter.
Yeah.
He might not be your catch and shoot.
Yeah.
He's a shooter.
Yeah.
Bron's not a shooter. Like they don't have shooters.
I mean Melo.
Yeah.
Melo and Wayne Ellington are going to be they're shooters.
And there's still moves we can make. We still haven't moved Dennis Schroeder yet.
Yeah, I don't think I think a lot of them dudes are going to be done.
By the course of the season?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, it's every LeBron team is see how it goes, figure out what we need. But Schroeder isn't going to be there, so they're going to have to trade him. Trade him for. I'd love to have JJ freaking Redick.
Shooter.
Another underrated aspect of this team. I think they're going to get along.
Yeah, it matters.
Like Melo, Bron, AD, they've all three of them won Olympic gold medals together.
All their dreams are fulfilled.
They know each other. Dwight Howard, vets. I think they're genuinely going to get along, and that stuff matters.
They're also
and they have a whole training camp together. They're all going to be healthy.
Yeah,
they're all going to play throughout the year. God willing, they don't get hurt, but stuff matters, man.
And this isn't a LeBron not I'm just calling it what it is. He has guys on this team that he respects and that can hold him accountable, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
That matters with LeBron teams, because in Miami it was Spoelstra and Riley. In Cleveland it was Ty Lue. With the Lakers team that won in 2020, it was Rondo.
Yeah.
And he has Melo, Dwight, Melo and Russ.
Yeah.
Like they'll if LeBron, like they're not going to be afraid of having that tough conversation with LeBron, and LeBron can have tough conversations with them. So I agree.
It's gonna be exciting, man.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing how the Warriors look. With everybody back. Steph was going stupid.
Who did they? They just got Iggy back.
Got Iggy back. They didn't make that many offseason moves, really.
Is Wiseman still there?
Yeah.
Hopefully he develops.
They got rid of Oubre.
Yeah, he's not good to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm not a big Oubre guy.
Y'all hating on my man. I feel like
Oubre?
He's had his moments, but
he can't prove himself like that. But I feel like he's a rider.
He's a good.
Yeah. He plays hard.
He's had his moments.
Yeah, he plays hard, but he's like
in the right role.
Yeah, he plays hard.
In the right role, like but I think he thinks he's better than he is.
And that's my point.
That's
something about it's like
he likes him, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I wasn't gonna say it. You think?
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say. You think? What do you think the Suns are gonna look like this year?
I think Chris Paul is. I don't know why they paid him. Honestly, I know why, but I don't.
4 years.
Yeah, I don't know why they paid him that much. Because
he's 36, right?
He's 36, but like he was exposed in the finals. Like during the season and other series, who was really pressuring him? Who was forcing him to go left?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying I can guard Chris Paul, but I can see what someone's strengths are pretty quickly, and I can see that if you take that away, it's going to be tough for them. Drew Holiday didn't let him get to the right side, and he pressured him the whole game.
You could argue in like the past 3 months, Drew Holiday is like a top 5 player.
Oh yeah, easily.
He's underrated.
Yo, he's so freaking good. Like just watch him play.
Look at what happened with the Olympic team when he got there.
Yeah.
His name is fire.
That is tough. Yeah.
Yeah, Drew spelled that way. It's tough.
My boy, dog.
You kind of look like his brother, Aaron Holiday, a little bit, though.
Who you look like? You kind of look like Bobby Porter's little bro.
I look like Bobby Porter's?
What was I about to say? Oh, the only beef that I have with Drew Holiday, my college teammate, son, we play in the locker room. We play 2K like in between class, in between workouts, all the freaking time. And this dude would play with the Sixers. This was like 2K11 or something. And that was when it was like Drew Holiday and Iguodala. I promise you, dog. This fool used to destroy me with Drew Holiday and like average like 40. But at that time, it's like, yo, Drew Holiday, he's nice.
Yeah, but he wasn't.
But he's not freaking like KD or Bron to be giving me 40.
Yeah.
So he used to always, like, whenever he'd be talking trash, he'd just be like, it's a holiday, and then shoot that joint and be a bucket. I used to get so mad.
You know who he was kind of like to me? He's like Vic Oladipo. Like back then. Like that's the type of like before he was an all-star.
Yeah, I guess like
that's like the peak. That's like the level where he was at.
What's the stock rising?
Was that the Euro step one when you could just Euro every time?
Shoot, I haven't played 2K11.
I don't know. I used to play with the Thunder. It was like KD, Russ, Daquan Cook, Harden off the bench, Ibaka, Nick Collison. I used to just throw oops to Russ and KD and shoot threes with Harden and Daquan Cook.
Yeah, that was my mob. Them and the Magic were my mob.
Yeah.
Melo
used to get buckets.
Tyson Chandler and Shumpert.
Steve Novak probably.
And Melo, you would just do a Euro.
Yeah.
You either get fouled or do the layup.
In video games, if you just have one guy that can rebound and block shots, like 2 shooters and like a star, then like you'll win a lot of
You
games.
also gotta know how they shoot.
Yeah,
of course.
If you master playing with one team,
That's it.
Like,
no one plays with the best team.
Like Rudy Gay, Aaron Smith, my teammate. Rudy Gay was like a glitch.
The Grizzlies were tough though.
No, like I swear, dog.
The Grizzlies were cold though.
My guy Aaron Smith would play. He's like a big Rudy Gay fan. He would score like 90 points with Rudy Gay.
Big, like he was like a big dude. He was kind of fast.
But he figured him out to where like he would make everything. I'm not even like remember playing with Jordan in like the classic mode or whatever. Yeah. Like Rudy Gay was like that. He hit everything.
I was with Melo. I would bet Melo would win.
Yeah.
Melo would beat your team.
No, for real.
And he would win. I used to bet like you wouldn't even get a dub on me.
I believe it, man.
5 minute quarters, and you wouldn't even get 20 points.
It's crazy how short.
What was your rating be in 2K?
As a player?
Yeah, I gotta be in the 80s at least, dog.
Right now, because I'm still getting back, I'm probably like a 70s, like a 76 right now.
It's the off season, you know.
They push you up. You get a couple games.
Yeah, but speaking of Drew Holiday, man, like I was saying, to me he changed him and Keontae Johnson. Like
I didn't really know about that kid.
And McGee too, JaVale McGee.
Where did that kid go? Keontae?
He went to Kentucky. He was an Oak Hill guy. Went to Kentucky.
Who's he with now?
Spurs.
Yeah.
So he.
Oh, okay. So that was a Popovich move.
I mean, he's one of those dudes. He kind of reminds me of Keithan in a way, like his offensive style. But not that Keithan isn't a dog, but like he straps and he gets rebounds. Like So he was a dude who was on that team. Was like, dog, just strap, hit open shots, and rebound the ball, bring energy. And you got Drew who does it all, and you got McGee who
is disrupting everything.
Yeah, rim protector,
run the floor, finish.
Because honestly, man, after the exhibitions, I wasn't overreacting, but I'm like, I don't see, like, if they keep playing like this, they're gonna lose.
Well, here was the difference. Kevin Durant.
Yeah, easily.
Kevin Durant, that dude. I mean, this is kind of a crazy stat, but I get it. But he's the only player to average 20. Like, out of everyone in USA basketball.
Yep.
He took over and he showed us why he's Kevin Durant.
So I think part of the problem in the beginning was they have a lot of guys on this team who have never played in the Olympics, right? Mm-hmm. And I think they were trying to figure out who's the go-to guy.
But the FIBA play is different. It's literally a different game. Like, more physical. Dame isn't gonna do what Dame does, and he talked about it. Yeah. Because Luka was like, the NBA is easier, and a reporter asked Dame, like, how do you feel about it? And he's like, yeah, I can see why, because there's no defensive 3 seconds. It's a lot more physical. The ball, little stuff like that. The 3-point line is closer.
Yeah.
It's a different game, and it takes some adjusting. Especially if you haven't played, because has Dame ever? Did he play like on the FIBA championships?
I think he may have played in the FIBA championships, but it's different.
This was first Olympics, though.
Yeah, first Olympics. And then you think about it, right? How many freaking BS fouls on threes and sweep through fouls?
Yeah, you don't get that.
Dude, Dame, Tatum, all these guys get in the NBA. If you go off of just those, that's an easy 10 to 12 points that they're just getting. Yeah. That they're not getting in FIBA.
Yeah.
But but like you said, KD is KD.
Yeah, KD took
and
over.
That's why he's the best in the world.
What's the next topic?
So we done with that topic?
Yeah, we're done, man.
Okay. All right.
We're done.
Okay. Look,
you can argue Giannis. Nah, we're not gonna go there.
Yeah, don't get me started.
We're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there.
Okay.
It's hot. It's hot in here.
Yeah, we gotta speed this episode. It's getting hot. Now, look, I did want to tell a story from my vacation, and it's appropriate that my girlfriend's here. So we're in San Diego, right? and she had the idea that we should kayak in the Pacific Ocean while she's pregnant. And
you're mixed, right?
Yeah.
That's the white side.
That's
the white side.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah, that's the white side for sure.
That's what I was getting at.
And mind you, I can barely swim in a bathtub. Okay.
I've never seen you at a pool except for
yeah.
Yeah, we gotta go to the pool, man. We haven't been in our pool. Well, you been? Have you been in the water?
No. I've been taking swimming lessons though. I'm about to get that dolphin kick right. You know when they do the flip and they be like,
yeah, I can't. Yeah, I gotta pull up to one of those lessons, man.
What they do? Nah, that was suspect. I'm not doing that again. So I'm already concerned for my life.
For your life?
For my life. I'm generally concerned for my life. All right. We had shout out to Ashton, right?
Yeah, Ashton.
Our guide. Ashton was awesome.
Yeah, he's from out here.
Yeah, he has family in Fairfax. Great guy.
What a guy.
So they're like, who here has kayak before? And like half the people said yes, half the people said no. And they explained the difference between like a single kayak and a kayak with somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're just like, all right, let's go.
That was it?
That's it? Yeah. Just make sure, all right, so you got make sure when you get to the waves, you're really paddling, right? You got to paddle hard, and it has to be in the same direction as your partner. So when you kayak, it's the opposite.
Y'all didn't have no practice or nothing?
No, I mean, nothing. I ain't seen there was no video instructions.
Like they didn't.
There was no one
airplane.
You know how I was concerned. They didn't have someone doing sign language explaining the directions. If there's no one there doing sign language, interpreting.
Yeah, speaking of silence, this is completely different. I think it was a Meg Thee Stallion. What just happened? What concert?
It was Rolling Loud.
Did you see that, dog? First of all, Meg Thee Stallion, all her lyrics is about twerking and being a hot girl.
Being a thot.
Yo, just like Shorty. Yeah, it was wild.
Being a concubine.
She was going insane.
I was like, okay. She was getting her money's worth.
That's talent.
She was doing some other stuff that I can't. You know what I'm saying?
Can't demonstrate.
Because one, pause, and two, it's Sunday.
Yeah, it's just true.
Clock in.
Yeah, man. But yeah, there was none of this, right? So we have our life jackets on. We get in the kayak, and she's in the front this time. I'm in the back, and they pushed us like in the water, and the waves are coming, and I'm paddling for my life. Like, and mind you, we're in like 2 feet of water. I'm still like, all right, come on.
We're still at the shoreline.
And she's cracking up, not paddling. So we hit the waves, the boat flips. Next thing I know, I'm in the freaking water, face down.
I didn't see you for a few seconds.
I'm deep in the water, and I come back up, and I'm pissed off at this point. And she is cracking up. She's cracking up.
Did you have like a? We could stand. You said you could stand.
Yeah. It was the point,
It
but
was like to our knees.
it didn't matter though. At that point, we flipped.
Yeah, I'm thinking. When he told me, I'm thinking they're like in the freaking ocean.
But when
I'm like, dang, like that's tough. Like youngin can't really swim like that. But when he told me you could, I'm like, when you
flip,
we gotta go to the pool, man.
But when you flip, nah.
There's another video. This happened to a woman.
When you flip and then you hit that
I know
water,
exactly what you're talking about.
You don't know where you're at.
Yeah.
Up.
Okay.
I wish I could have seen that, man.
So then we had to start over and we switched. And at this point, like, you know me, I'm competitive, right? At this point, it was me against the water. Like at that point, it wasn't even about like all my fears went away.
Can't do it.
It was just like, nah, man. Like I'm not going out like that. Like we didn't pay money for this. She's laughing when it was her fault.
Oh God.
So.
I felt bad.
And then she tried to act like, oh, I was paddling. No, you weren't. I'm looking at you. You're cracking up.
That's hilarious.
Not paddling. So, anyways, we're obviously like the last group, right? So we're over here like communicating with each other. All right, left, right,
Yeah.
right, left.
You
Come
sound
on,
like an
right,
organized team.
right. And the good thing, man, is it really tests your relationship because you literally have to communicate and be on the same page, like physically and verbally, or else you could be going towards the sunset, okay, out in the deep ocean, and it would have turned into the Castaway movie. So we're going, and we like had to like kayak out to this like little checkpoint, and you know they tell us about like the history of like you know this area and like that cliff and all this other stuff.
You basically did the first date from Hitch.
Yeah, that's what it felt like.
Fact.
So we finally we get to that checkpoint, and then we paddle out to the cliff, and there's these caves, like you know in the cliff or under the cliff, and those are where the seals are. Mm. So on the outside of the caves, there's these little like you guys probably seen like you know the Animal Channel where like the seals are like on the little like ledges. So we start paddling and we get to the point where like everybody in the group is waiting for the instructors to like take you in the caves because you all can't go in at the same time. And these seals are like fighting. And one jumps in the water next to us, and I was like, because they're like 1,000 pounds.
One of them was 1,000 pounds.
So if they go on your kayak, they don't like attack, but if they go on your
you're gonna flip.
You're gonna flip.
Yeah.
You're gonna flip. And now we're in the ocean.
Yeah.
Where there's stuff. Okay.
That's hilarious.
So when that joint was barking at us, and it was repping whatever set I was repping out there, it was repping a different set. But all that to say, man, like it really helped me. Like it took a while. We were the last group, took us the longest, but like
that's too.
It helped me conquer my fear of like it's something I can look back on and say, you know what, man, I did that. You know, I'm not a big water guy, but it was literally in the Pacific Ocean. Like, why couldn't we kayak on the freaking Lake Ann in Wrestling? we do it in the Pacific.
You want the paddle boat.
Right.
But yeah, man, I guess the lesson is, you know, like whether it's with business partners, you know, family, your significant other, like everybody should do that at least once, because like communication and
survival
and being on the same page is
right.
if your life depends on it, you'll figure it out. You'll definitely figure it out. And the last lesson, it was just like...
Wait, do you go backwards? Is that the one you go backwards or forwards?
No, so you just
that's
like hit left and then right.
Yeah.
So you're going forward.
Yeah.
And are you stuck in the joint or it's like a boat?
You're not
it's like a boat. There's no
sitting in it.
Yeah. There's like a backrest, and you're like this, and you have to go if you're doing it with someone else. You gotta be in sync.
Gotta be in sync.
And to go left, you gotta paddle right. To go right, you gotta paddle left. So then that took a while because this is my first time doing it. Because now I'm like thinking like, oh, like I gotta go.
I couldn't figure that out. I'm dyslexic, so my hand.
Yeah, bro, like it was wild.
And you have to be like leaning back the entire time, so you're just really using your upper body when you're doing it.
Yeah, it's a full body
workout. Yeah.
But anyways, that's enough about that, man.
That's hilarious.
That's admirable, yo.
Try new things. That's what I heard.
Yeah,
try new things.
You know, she's adventurous. She's done all types of crazy stuff that you know, she wants to do.
You might be the first person I've ever heard with child kayaking. That's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
That's up there with like Serena Williams winning Wimbledon. Pregnant.
I appreciate that. Man. Can I get a round of applause? This will help me out. This for me.
I've
seen that.
Fell in 1600. I'm thinking the race.
I'm talking about pregnancy.
No, I saw that.
I did not see that. I did
It's
not see
nuts.
that.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, yo,
I've never seen a pregnant woman run.
No, it was on Twitter.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's no way that's safe, dog.
Miss Welsh used to run around the world pregnant.
Did she? That makes sense.
Well, you can work out to a certain point when you're pregnant. It's actually recommended.
Yeah.
Whatever you're used, like
Just can't do
if you're just a
anything too
couch
strenuous.
potato, You can't start running around the world.
Right.
If that's what you normally do. Yeah, bro, she'd be running like.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I believe it.
Afraid of.
Respect the women, man.
Yeah.
Like, big respect.
Well, y'all was on vacation. I was at the crib walking around naked. I'm not even gonna lie to
You know, like Ving Rhames and Baby Boy.
walking around butt naked.
Was you walking around naked or naked?
Naked.
How do you spell naked?
NEKKID.
You don't spell it like Bernie Mac?
Fucking. I was out that joint walking naked, man, and it was great.
It was refreshing.
It was refreshing, man.
Okay. I can respect that. You know, I wouldn't want any other way. If you would have told me otherwise, I would have been disappointed.
Clock in family, Aham here. Appreciate you all for making it this far into the episode. If you enjoy our content, we've got something special for you. Check out patreon.com/clockin or download the Patreon app that's spelled PATREON and search Clock In the Podcast. You'll have a chance to become a subscriber of the podcast for access to bonus episodes, merchandise discounts, and much more, only at $5.10 a month. The link is also in the podcast description. All right, I'll shut up now and let y'all get back to it. Peace.
We'll get into the finals.
Yeah, let's get into it. I didn't care who won. I wanted to see good basketball.
Right.
We did. Some cool storylines, obviously with Giannis in this story. Chris Paul, Booker. It was exciting, man. I was into it. The better team won, in my opinion. But, Giannis, he's dominant, dog. He's very dominant. He would get compared to LeBron and all these other guys, like wings and small forwards, but you can't compare him, man. He's Shaq-like.
He's one of a kind.
In his dominance, he's Shaq-like. And that game was Game 6. He had 50.
50.
Like, come on, dog. That was unbelievable. And he missed one free throw.
Yeah.
16 for 17?
Yeah, something like that.
17 for 18.
That's the series?
Huh? In that game.
Oh, in that game.
Yeah, in that
But
game. The
considering,
closeout game.
Considering
game 2, you didn't think he was gonna play.
Yeah.
Like they were counting him out.
Now, I'm not a conspiracy guy, but look, I got some inside information. You can't tell me that. Well, I shouldn't say that. The fact that his brother got COVID and had to be quarantining and Giannis didn't. Come on, dog. Come on.
The brother that's on the team with him?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he wasn't at game 5 and 6.
Yeah, I guess I don't remember seeing any clips of them like celebrating together.
Yeah, he literally after they won, Giannis like called his brother on FaceTime and he was saying like I'm about to come get you or whatever, and his brother was like, nah, like chill, like we'll celebrate later.
I did.
You saw that?
Okay. That makes sense. 'Cause I
yeah.
didn't know what that was about.
Huh?
I didn't know what I thought he was like.
No, he had to stay
that
in
makes
Phoenix
sense.
because he
He might have been outside after the game, bro.
Look, I mean, I'm
Giannis is
halfway
married.
playing around.
He has a child.
He's not married yet, but yeah, he's got 2 children. Yeah.
His brother's probably single. He ain't playing.
Look, I don't know.
After the game, he was probably outside. Bro.
Maybe, but
he got money. He was probably outside.
nah, I'm halfway playing, man. But
it's interesting.
Yeah.
And
then I mean, it wasn't just Giannis, freaking LeBron too.
Yeah, I mean, think about it, bro. It's about ratings, man.
Yeah.
Like Chris Paul not playing isn't as big of a deal as LeBron, Giannis, Dame. Like Chris isn't the face of the league. He never was, but
nah. But yeah, anyway, from a basketball standpoint, I thought it was a great series, man. Who's that? Is that God? Anyways, yeah, Giannis, he showed me something that I didn't think he had, man. But I feel like a lot of superstars, they have that breakout performance, that breakout series.
Yep.
And this was it for him. The leagues wanted him to win since he, made that jump to stardom. But he proved himself, man. And Middleton, if anybody proved himself, to me, I think it was Middleton.
Yeah.
It was Middleton because, last year, I think he
was
took like 4 shots.
He was shrink.
He took like 3 shots last year in the playoffs. So if anybody proved himself, it was him. And they just had a really good team. They had a really good team, all 5 guys, that were on the floor. They played well together. Egoless ball, you could tell.
Egoless people.
And the coach, he lives to fight another day because they didn't win that. He's gone.
Well, he finally made adjustments.
Yeah.
Because in years past, he would just kind of keep doing the same thing. Oh, it was very obvious. Put Drew Holiday on Chris Paul and limit his ability to make plays for others.
He would strap Book too.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I told Walt this, or maybe it was you. I said he needs to get stronger.
Booker?
Yeah. Because there are some possessions where he looked like a little kid out there. And I go back, I watch The Last Dance like every day. But when Jordan was like, yo, like I need to put on some weight and, for him to be able to go up against the Pistons, I kind of saw that in Booker, man. Like, there's some times he'd get to the rack, literally, like, Drew Holiday would just snatch that joint from him.
They kind of play like a 90s team, the Bucks.
Yeah.
They kind of play like a 90s team. Defense first and super physical. They don't shoot a ton of threes.
No.
Just
Lopez, he's a bruiser. Yeah.
Man, I really wanted to talk about Giannis' story, man, because I really feel like his process to MVP and the champion is the epitome of clocking in. He came in at 17, 18,
150
looking like
pounds.
Steve Urkel, 6'10" Steve Urkel, and he's been adamant. I don't want to work out any of these NBA players. I don't want to leave. I don't want to pitch people on coming. I want to win the hard way. The way that Kobe, Jordan, and all these other guys won. And, not to knock any other teams that have won championships by, acquiring certain players. But he did it his way. He did it his way. And everything he's got, he's really had to work for. He wasn't... Yes, he's physically gifted, right? But the guy didn't even start playing. He started playing basketball on accident. If you know his story, him and his brothers would be on the streets of Greece trying to sell stuff to make money for their family, and he came across a coach who basically was like, "Yo, come to the gym with me." And he didn't have basketball shoes, anything, and he went from that to getting some type of notoriety in Europe. And there's a documentary. I'm not going to try to tell the whole story, but went from that to being drafted to not really having a great couple years in the league. Probably could have went back to Europe. Ends up getting coached by Jason Kidd, who I think really unlocked his ability to be that point forward. Because he changed. He went from being like a wing to a point forward type of player, and then again worked on his game.
He deserves it.
And
he deserves it all.
He just clocked in, man. And
he deserves it all.
And humbly.
Yeah, and people, it's easy to say. Obviously, a bunch of people got hurt, throughout the run. But again, I say this all the time. Anytime you can win a championship, it's gonna take a certain amount of I don't like to use the word luck, but favor to one, get to that point and then two, win it.
Right.
But he did what he was supposed to do, man. He dominated, and he's forever a champion. And shout out to my son's godmother, Zora Stevenson, who's a reporter for the Bucks. She's gonna get a ring too, which is dope, man.
Wow, that's crazy. Shout out to Z.
Yeah, seeing a round of applause. But seeing her like at the parade, she's on NBA TV, she's on ESPN. Got a bunch of pictures. Kev, my best friend who married Z, they got to go out. I think the night of. Kevin was at the game at Game 6.
Oh wow.
Yeah, he was sitting next to Elijah, which I don't even know if I even told you.
You
another connection. A guy that I played with at Elon my senior year, Elijah Bryant, freshman of the year. He was a stud at Elon. Ended up transferring to BYU. Had a great career. And after BYU, played overseas and was in Israel. And then got signed with the Bucks. Man, throughout the playoff run, and he's getting a ring too. So two Elon connections with the Bucks, and they're champions, man. So again, round of applause to them.
Big time.
Yeah, it's special to see, man. And Elijah, that kid, he freaking worked his tail off, man. He deserves all of it. We'll get him on the pod too at some point.
Yeah.
I reached out to him. Things just crazy with his schedule now, but he's got a pretty interesting story too. But yeah, overall it was good, man. I thought it was like, if you're a basketball head, you enjoyed that final.
Yeah, for sure.
And it was good to see someone other than LeBron and some of the other guys, Curry.
Yeah.
But they're gonna be back.
Yeah,
they'll be back.
Yeah, no doubt.
They'll be back. Huh?
The Dubs?
I don't know about that.
They'll be back in the mix.
Yeah, they'll be back in the mix.
Yeah,
they'll be back in the mix.
They'll be back in the mix.
I'm excited to see them.
Yeah, I really want to see them play, man. Steph and Clay, they're different.
His bag this whole offseason, he's ready.
Yeah, that's gonna be good, man. Last thing I'll talk about with the finals, and then we'll get into one more topic. Monty Williams, man, he went into the Bucks locker room and personally congratulated them after their loss. He's actually from Fredericksburg.
Really?
Yeah, he's from Virginia. He went to high school, I think, in PG County, but he's from out here. And good Christian dude, man. Lost his wife in a car accident.
Yeah.
So I was rooting for him as a person.
Yeah, no doubt.
Rooting for him as a person. But I mean, he's gonna be back too. I don't know where, but he'll be back. Last topic, man, is really it's gonna fold into a couple areas, but the main thing, man, is like winning isn't about you. Like, it really isn't. And I'm gonna read a quick quote from Tim Grover. Tim Grover was Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant's trainer.
D Wade,
a ton of guys.
Yeah.
And he was talking about Conor McGregor. So here's what it says: when Conor McGregor lost to Khabib, he was exposed by the limelight, and he has never found his way back to the true darkness that had allowed him to win. Winning won't accept this version of Conor because this Conor still thinks and acts like he's winning, and winning knows he's not. This is so much more than an injury. And if you plug this book, if you read Winning, you get this. He hasn't taken that necessary bus ride back to hell. Winners know that in order to repeat, they have to get on that bus along with all their demons and monsters and skeletons asking, now what? Conor can't answer them because the bus ride needs to be taken in silence. Winning requires real talk or no talk at all. The only things you hear are the silencing of your heartbeat and shortening of your breath as you approach hell. You have no choice. You can either commit to take the bus ride to hell and fight your way back to winning, or hell will come for you anyway. Snatch your heart out of your chest and make you watch it stop as you take your last breath and you lose forever. That's kind of graphic, but what he's basically saying is, when you win, in order to sustain that, you can't act like you've made it.
Mm-hmm.
And Conor, he's at this point where, because he's still popular, you know, he still uses that to act like, oh, I'm still the best. Nah, dog.
Yeah, you're not.
Nah, man. I see this happen all the freaking time. All the freaking time. Like, the dude Dustin Poirier, super humble. He didn't talk any trash at all this whole lead up to the fight. And he was fighting to give money to I think it's a program for kids with special needs or something like that.
Yeah.
What's Conor fighting for? You know, to be able to say he's the best. But when he was winning, he was getting out the mud. Like, he had that dog, man. I relate to this because, like, in order for me to get back into the shape that I need to get back into, I got to take that bus ride.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I got to take that bus ride. And I've been there before, so I know what it's gonna have to take. But
it's not pretty, man.
It's not pretty. Nah, like success, everything you see on social media. You know, even showing the videos of people working out, like that stuff doesn't really matter, man. Like you really have to have something deep down to your core that doesn't let you get complacent. Yeah. And that kind of ties into the Simone Biles situation and why winning and any or being in the pursuit of winning, because you may not win, but if you're in the pursuit, you're still going to be better off as a person, right? So she puts out on Tuesday that she's not going to compete in the team competition. Sunday she didn't have the greatest day. And this is what she said. We're going to get into what she said afterwards, but this is what she said originally. Put mental health first, because if you don't, then you're not going to enjoy your sport and you're not going to succeed as much as you want to do. So it's okay sometimes to even set out the big competition to focus on yourself, because it shows how strong of a competitor and person that you really are, rather than just battle through it. So that was last Tuesday. This is what she said on June 15th, before the Olympics. I feel like most of the expectations that are on me are for myself. I've tried not to let anybody else's expectations impact how I go into a meet or my mindset. I still do the sport because I find joy and it's what I love. So then after the media goes crazy about what she says, most of it was in support of her. But she had a lot of critics, including Austin and I. She says, well, I had something called like the yips. Twisties, which is when, you don't really you're not mentally able to see where you're at when doing certain moves. And it could lead you being hurt. Right? She said that's what was really going on.
Timing, though. Notice she said that, after the fact.
So, here's my thing, man. Why not just say that from the beginning? Like, that's not a mental health issue. Yes, it may be caused from, anxiety. I don't know the source of it.
So wait, she's saying that she doesn't know where she's at when she's flipping around in the air?
That's what she said after the fact that she was like... Basically, before she told us that...
Like, do any of them know where they are when they're flipping around?
I think it came into play because if you mention a mental health issue, people want an explanation.
I'm just like, if you're flipping, don't you not know where you are?
Well, I guess
you can
what she's saying.
I don't know. I can't
flip, so I don't know.
I don't know the science behind it.
I can't get into that.
Basically, it's like it's something that messes with your ability to do your normal stuff.
Equilibrium.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Make sure of your health, man. If you flip all the time, man, the fluid in your ears can mess with your balance, all that stuff.
I feel like you would sort of build a tolerance.
But So.
But you're an athlete.
Hey. Nico,
you might get dizzy once in a while. She's doing this every day.
Well, like other athletes work out. Yeah. Instead of their muscles breaking, they get stronger because of the repetition and the muscle memory.
But so it's different. It's a different muscle.
I don't know.
You have to look it up. Look it up, and you can look it up. But it is a real thing apparently, and I can see why. But my thing is, in the original press conference, she was basically like, this Olympics hasn't been, she mentioned this, she said this Olympics hasn't been that fun for us, been really hard on us, there's no crowd, and I felt like I wasn't mentally fully there to be able to be my best, so I decided to take a step back and let someone else do that. That's what she said. She didn't mention anything about the twisties.
Not a quote, but yeah, that's
and being able to
pretty much what she
not
said.
Physically, perform the way that she normally performs because of her condition that's going on. And again, some people says it could last a day or two, or it could last a couple weeks. So my thing is, here's my thing, right? People were applauding her by putting her mental health first. This is before they knew about the twisties, right? And saying, well, she's done all these things for this country, and as a black woman, what they have to deal with, she didn't have to prove anything to anybody. That's not what this is about. When we were talking about it, we were saying, look,
yeah, we went on
as a competitor and as a teammate. If you have
on the biggest stage,
it's like Jordan bowing out Game 6.
Exactly. If you have
notice you said Game 6
because is that the athlete's prerogative, or do we need to just shut up and just let them do what they want to do?
Two things to say about.
Well, it's at the end of the day, and I've said this, right? Our opinion doesn't really matter. Like, she's gonna do what she wants to do. Mm-hmm. This isn't like
who are we to tell the greatest gymnast ever what to do?
But at the same time, I don't have to agree with her approach. Just like I didn't agree with how LeBron went to Miami. Who cared? He still won 2 championships. I didn't agree with it. But the point is, it was bigger than just that moment. We're going down a path where mental health is being used as an excuse not to persevere. It is. It literally, I could say,
and by you saying that, that may not even been the case for Simone, but for another athlete that's coming up who may not be there mentally, they could cop out and say, "Well, my mental health isn't there."
That's what I was going to say. Like, it's selfish of her to let her team down.
Exactly.
That was one component of it for me.
But if another team member wins, she can't celebrate.
No, I didn't. Now, what I was gonna say is at the same time, she doesn't owe anybody an explanation.
No.
At the end of the day, she doesn't owe anybody an explanation because
there's a lot riding.
Why though?
There's a lot riding on it.
It's my life. I get to do whatever I want to do.
But if you got other people,
but you have a job though.
I understand that. I understand. You agreed. You agreed. Yeah, but you voluntarily agreed. No one put a gun to your head and said, like, there are people in Russia. There are people in freaking Russia and China where they're like, you're the freaking best. If you don't compete, like, you might, when you get home, like, you may not be alive. Like, your family's. So you volunteer. No, it's not okay.
It's a lot of weight on the person.
No, what I'm saying is she voluntarily agreed. No one put a gun to her head to agree. Exactly. And as part of that agreement, you sign a physical and a social contract that you're going to perform at your best and do what you have to do to compete for your country and for your team. That's like me. I volunteered. Like, you gave me a college ride, or you gave me the opportunity to play college basketball, right? I volunteered to agree to the terms that come with that.
But if
right?
you can't play one day, like, I don't think I need to explain. For a prime example,
you do though.
If I couldn't make it here and I told you the morning of, wouldn't you guys respect me enough to understand, like, hey, he's not coming because of valid reason. It's not he just making something up. Like, wouldn't y'all think, like, oh, Nico, like, he's a good guy. Like, he's not just calling a bluff right now.
Yeah, but we also would
have a reason.
But
you should. But you got a track record. We got a history. We know. Hey,
she's never done this before.
But I'm saying she has a history of showing up. Why now does she say, yo?
Because clearly something.
So all right.
I'm not saying it's okay because the first thing I said was it is selfish.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
I disagree with she can't explain herself. No,
I don't think you owe that to anybody.
Well, she's the biggest gymnast ever. She has sponsors. She has teammates. She has to talk to the media.
Yep.
Like you have when you're on that certain stage, you have an obligation.
There are things that you agree to
do.
But if those things cause personal harm, does that person have the right to say, "I'm out"?
Like, that's what
they have the right to do that.
What's the tennis girl's name?
Naomi Osaka.
Yeah.
She didn't want to interview after wins or losses.
She really started it.
Like, and that's what made me.
Well,
think
Kyrie really started
maybe
it.
She's just kind of following her mold.
Kyrie's still
but Kyrie
it's definitely a
At
trend.
the end of the day, we don't know that, and like you said, she doesn't owe us or doesn't owe anybody anything. So if I say, hey, I can't compete today, I don't want to compete today, I shouldn't have to explain to any. I'm the best gymnastic in the gyms in the world.
I don't know. On the flip side, if I'm a
anybody,
bum
you're
and a
beneath
nobody, I still signed up for that opportunity.
Exactly. It doesn't matter where you're at
because
you're
there's hundreds of girls who want to be in your spot.
They're not as
Still make
good.
the team.
Huh?
Still owe it to my team.
Okay, but give it to somebody else if you don't want to be there.
Couldn't even feel
I think that's what she did. She gave
Well,
it
that's
to
part
another
of-
gymnast who just
I
deserved it.
did want.
Well, that's part of that's part of it, though, right? If Jordan, I've heard stories about Jordan. I've heard stories about Novak Djokovic. He literally paused the match so that he could say, so that he literally was yelling in the bathroom. Novak Djokovic in the Wimbledon final to get himself together. He was just saying, "Come on, Novak." He asked for a timeout so he could go get himself together. He didn't say, I quit, man. Like I'm done. Like I'm mentally not here. I'm done. I'm done. Our thing is, if she was physically able to do it, and she tried and it didn't do well,
And she broke her neck. Now what?
That's the risk
that's
you take
it.
doing
That's
gymnastics.
it.
yeah, that
That's
you could
the
do.
risk
You could
take.
do that.
You're
You
risking
could do that.
your life
That's a
every
risk
time.
anyway.
But she's not 100%. She's telling you, I'm not 100%. So y'all want me to go risk my life and do a backflip off of a little beam and break my neck? For
She's
what?
she's a 9-time gold medalist, right?
For Olympics for the U.S. So I can represent the U.S. in the Olympics? Bro.
You have an obligation.
And y'all just
You have an obligation.
And y'all just didn't let the fastest girl in the world run because of what?
Because she didn't follow the rules.
I think it's because of the type of
And what about the
sport
soccer
and-
player talking about all her CBD use and promoting it?
I'm not saying it's right.
It's like, bro, like
I'm not saying it's right, but
she's still a person at the end of the day.
I
So
get
if
that.
I get
can't
that.
Compete, I can't compete. I can't. If Jordan would have lost the flu game, then everybody would be like, "Oh, well, he had the flu, so it doesn't."
Yeah, exactly.
When
So
Jordan played.
That
If he-
doesn't really count.
But
he played.
If he did not play, he had all the reasons not to be able to play. If she would have not performed well, didn't get hurt,
And if he didn't play, everybody would be like, "Oh, he just had the flu. He's sick."
But that's a personal decision, bro. It's just personal. Like,
and that's physical health.
So what is?
Yeah.
She just told you she got the shifties.
That was after. Why didn't she say that to begin with?
And look, I don't know. What,
her story has changed.
That's why it's fishy to me.
That's
dog.
why it's fishy.
All I'm getting at is I don't think anybody owes anybody an explanation about anything at the end of the day. Like,
but if it endangers your teammates,
it doesn't endanger.
I disagree on
you
that.
don't know that. You don't know
Again,
that.
when you're at a certain level,
danger.
But I'm saying we don't know that.
Who was
It
in
could have been
danger?
something that could have been covering up another thing. Like she could have said that, and it could have been replacing this.
that was my
She coulda had COVID.
dog. That was
You would have been like, oh well, she's pulling out because of this, and
how is
she
that
really has
endangered?
this.
that was my
really
first.
don't know.
That was my
Don't
first thing
know,
that
bro.
came
I'm
up.
saying, how was that endangering? Like, I don't.
No, I'm
pulling out of
saying,
a race
like-
is, pulling out of a competition isn't endangering.
But your reasons for that can endanger and jeopardize.
It was
your
fishy,
life.
man. It
Think
was
about
fishy
this.
to me.
They weren't gonna have the Olympics till the week of the Olympics, bro. They weren't gonna have any of that. They were gonna plan out another way because they were endangering the health and lives of the athletes, crowds that would show up, everything, man.
I think it's a cover up. Like a lot of this mental health stuff is a cover up for a lot of people.
It can affect you, but if
And I'm not saying mental health isn't a real thing, but a lot of people are leaning on mental health as a cop out and not, like you said, persevering through stuff. Like America's soft, dog.
How they feel?
Huh?
How you gonna tell someone how they feel?
It's not about feeling.
It's not about
bro.
how you
that.
feel.
It's if you share that with us, just keep it 100. Just say it all the way through.
She literally went from we're not having fun, I'm not having fun,
To the twisties.
and I needed to take a day break
After she had, well, hold on, don't forget that she did not have a great day.
So if she would have just said, "I'm not having fun," she would have left it at that. Y'all would have been cool with that?
No.
We would have killed her even more.
Yeah.
So she just has to compete regardless.
Yes.
She doesn't have to.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
She doesn't have to
compete. As long as she's like healthy, like physically.
Like if she can do it, if she can,
then why go?
I mean,
what are you in the sport for?
You could have said, "Yo, I'm not going to Tokyo at all."
You don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. You never know. You might wake up feeling like whatever. She might have lost her best friend. Her dog could have died. We don't know anything. So that's what I'm saying. She doesn't owe anybody an explanation. Maybe her mother, her father, her trainer. Like
when you're the biggest,
coach,
when you're
maybe her teammates.
Nico, when you're the biggest gymnast, you have all these medals, you have all these sponsors.
Who cares about sponsors?
They care.
The sponsors care.
Yeah.
You have an obligation.
You signed a contract.
You have an obligation.
You signed a contract.
But not
so this
just
contract means more than my mental health.
Everybody, man.
It means more than what I believe in, what I think, how I feel. Like that's what I'm trying to get at. Because this is what creates robots. This is what Britney Spears was created this way. She can't think for herself. Because somebody's always telling, nah, you gotta get up. You feel good. Here, take the shot. You can go do that. But no, I don't want to do it. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you think. I don't care anything about that.
Okay, but here's the thing.
Yesterday
Nico.
I did. Today I woke up.
This isn't like an industry where like it's new and you don't know what's going to be expected when you reach that height. Right.
She had that pressure.
You're on the highest stage.
You know what you're signing up for, right? Mm-hmm. You know what you're signing up for, right? So, for example, I could have said to the people who sign up for Patreon who were paying money, hey, or I could have not said anything about us not doing an extra episode last month. But guess what? We said to you that if you pay money to do this, this is what you're going to get. We're promising that to you. Yeah. We didn't make it happen because of things that we could not control and that we didn't see coming. But I apologize for it. So I wasn't just like, hey.
I think it's an issue of accountability.
Yeah, I wasn't just like, hey, I didn't feel like recording an episode. I have the right to not feel that way. I don't really give a damn about what you guys promised, what I promised to you. Because, again, it's not just about, she didn't feel like. She made a promise, and then she said, I didn't feel like doing it that day. That's not a good excuse, in our opinion. Because do you know how many days I didn't feel like working out? I don't feel like going to work tomorrow. I don't.
Because it's coming from somebody that you look at who, if you're a champion, you don't get.
And here's the thing, Nico. If this was my freaking sister or brother, forget the limelight, forget all the sponsorships, forget all that. If my son comes to me and says, "Hey, Dad, I've had a rough week at school. I don't really feel like playing in this game." It doesn't matter whether he's the best player or the worst player. Like, I don't want to go to the game. I'm just not feeling it. No, bro, you're going to freaking go to that game because you made a commitment to your team. And if you go out there and you give your best effort and it still isn't there, then come out the game and then you sit and you gave it a shot. I'm not gonna beat you up for not playing well or any of that. But you made a commitment to finish. And whether if it's not going to hurt you, someone else, then you need to go out there and you need to freaking do it. Because guess what? I don't care what you say. Going back to what Tim Grover was talking about. If it wasn't really the twisties, and it was just, I'm not having fun, this hasn't been fun for me, she's going to freaking regret it. I don't care. You can try to cover it up. You're going to regret that.
That's my whole thing.
You're going to regret it.
And again, we're not. Mental health is a real thing, but
yes,
the sequence of it just doesn't
sit well.
It just doesn't sit well, dog. I'm sorry.
And again,
it just doesn't.
It doesn't. At the end of the day, our opinion does not matter. You know what I will say? She wasn't pouting. She was cheering for her teammates. She was a great teammate. She did her best to motivate them and say, "Hey, you got this without me." I'm not.
And went out and competed. And went out and competed. What?
Like
a couple days later.
So I'm not out here acting like she is just. We're talking about that one moment. This is not about her career. We're talking about that one moment. Just like Scottie Pippen, and when he said when Tony Kukoc got the play drawn for him instead of Scottie, and he was like, "I'm not going in." I have the right to say, "Dog, that was BS." Does that mean he's not a Hall of Famer? No. Does that mean he's not a great player? That he's a bad dude?
Is that
no.
Culture?
It's.
Again, this
he could have said, "You know what, man? I'm not really. I'm not here."
He couldn't see. He said, "Oh, I was having problems. I was,
in a different game.
Yeah, in a different game." But I think that was the start of it.
Yeah. It's just here's my thing, and we'll wrap up because I know we've been talking about this and it's hot in here. It goes back to what I asked on another episode and on IG, right? You can focus on your mental health and still have mental toughness. I feel like right now
it's a cop
it's one end or the other.
Yeah, people.
Well, it's one end or the other right now. Where the people that are all on mental toughness, they're insensitive to mental health issues because it is a real thing. And people that are all about mental health, they make excuses for people who they're overly sensitive,
But
right?
Why can't she be mentally tough in this situation? Because she already knows the backlash she's going to get for not competing.
I don't know if she did.
So you know what? This is how I feel. I'm sticking to my guns. I don't care what you say, sponsor says, endorser says, the Olympic Committee. I don't.
She's got to go to sleep with herself at the end.
That is a form of mental toughness. It is. It is.
I get it.
It's a form of mental toughness.
That's what I spoke wrong when I said she doesn't owe anybody a read. But at the end of the day, no, it's me. It's me. I can't compete.
You gotta live with that decision.
She's got. That's what I'm saying. She's got to live with it. No matter whatever it is, we can't answer that.
Ostracized for your decisions, go right.
But you're gonna get the backlash.
Well,
and that's
regardless.
That just doesn't. It just.
My thing is this, Nico, because Austin has talked about this. Did she know she was going to get the backlash, or did she know she was going to get all the support because of how mental health is looked at in society today, especially with athletes?
Did she know she wasn't going to feel good when she's committed to this? Or she knew, like, in July, August, I'm probably not...
No, but I'll give you an example, and this is a whole nother topic. Hold on. This is a whole nother topic. But when Kevin Love had a panic attack, an anxiety attack, when DeMar DeRozan talked about his mental health issues, there wasn't this support. She's a woman. This is a whole nother topic. She's a woman. Okay? And she's a black woman.
I wasn't going to go there.
And so all this stuff is popular right now. About what black women have to deal with, about what women have to deal with. Not saying that this stuff isn't valid, but that energy wasn't there.
So when Kevin Love came out, everybody wasn't like, "Oh my God, look, this man came out and started talking about."
Nah,
not like this.
When
not
Kevin
like
Love
this.
it wasn't trendy.
It wasn't trendy, and if this was a man, if Kevin Durant said the same thing, would all these women would they be supporting him?
There's a recent one. Paul George.
Paul George.
What did
Paul George said it.
People were killing him. Playoff
Pandemic P.
Pandemic P.
No, these women weren't saying anything.
Come on, man.
Killing this man. He had to show up. Mad pressure, bro.
He wasn't hooping.
But he still showed up.
But he literally said, my mental health has been...
He played like garbage. And now what happened? Everybody, playoff. No, I'm mentally tough to understand that, hey, I can't play, I can't compete right now. I'm going through something. I'm not going to be at my best. So I don't even want to put myself out there because this is not my best product.
Yeah, I can't relate.
So you're gonna go and give somebody 80%? No,
I think you're looking at it like a creative.
I don't think he was
looking at it like
he wasn't giving them 80% from an effort perspective. He just wasn't playing at his best capacity, right?
He wasn't giving 100%.
No, there's a difference between 100% effort and being 100% mentally there. Jordan wasn't 100% mentally there when his father died.
If I can't give you what you paid me for, I'm not showing up.
Well, you don't know that until you play.
He knows.
No.
So
when you're out there in the heat of the battle, nah.
Sorry. Isaiah Thomas. Isaiah Thomas's sister died in a car accident during the playoffs. Was he mentally all the way there? Freak no. He went out and dropped like 60.
How do you know?
How do I know you can see him crying on the bench? What do you?
But maybe that's the motivation that he needed. Like, that's what I'm saying. Everybody's different.
Yeah.
He's tough. He's mentally tough. Hey, I'm going to go put a 60 on the board for my daughter. For my sister. Other people, hey, I can't do it. I feel like you should respect both people's
I do
decisions.
respect, but
there shouldn't be any backlash. Shouldn't be she's this, she's that.
But my original point, bro, is there is an element of feminist and feminine energy to this. Because men, if they did the same thing, they're not getting the same response. They're not. I guarantee it. I'll put everything on it.
No,
they will not get the same response.
Later. It's something that
they will not give it the same response.
This response that we're having.
No. Like the support.
I thought everybody was backlashing her though.
No,
heck no.
No.
It's a whole bunch of people backlashing.
No.
She's got more support than backlash, which is my point. That the environment that we're in, she felt comfortable enough to do that.
We're the oddballs.
Yeah, we're the minority. We're the one getting backlash for giving her backlash.
Yeah.
We're the minority. If you look at most opinions, they're in support of her, and they have that right to support her. But my thing is, would she have done this in 2016? Yeah. Probably not, because the cancel culture and she knows. No. Let me talk, because she knows that the people that give her backlash are going to be canceled.
It's a different
Nico,
world,
come on,
bro. It's a different climate.
It's a different world, bro.
We're in a different world.
It's a different world.
I think it's
Naomi Osaka
status, and
it's a different
if she
climate.
was new to the game and doing this, we wouldn't care. But she's a professional. You're an athlete.
I'm telling you,
doing this for years. You're at the top of the game, and then you're like,
it's a different climate, man.
All these things, the environment of the world, it matters,
bro.
We're
in a dangerous time.
It matters. Like again, like we're at a point where. And again, this is bigger than just her, but we're at a point where, like, America is losing its sense of a perseverance and using common sense, bro. Like, I was gonna talk a little bit about this, but people are getting fired for not getting vaccinated. Like, that's illegal, bro. That's freaking illegal. Like, there's a lot of stuff going on that is bigger than just that one moment. But
pay attention,
as a country, our toughness and mental ability to unify and persevere is not there. It isn't there.
Not a team attitude.
It's not there. It's about me. It's about me, bro. That's what it's about.
When have we ever unified in the United States of America?
World War II,
9/11.
But I'm saying, like, there's I'm speaking to what he's saying. Yeah, like, go ahead.
We don't agree. There are things that as Americans we agreed on. Now, racially, there's a lot. Yes, have we been united completely as a country? No, that's part of the problem with politically, racially, all that. But we're at a point where the amount of censorship, the things that we're promoting. Right, I'm all about.
A lot of people are lost, man.
Yeah, exactly,
and not doing their own research.
Exactly.
Going back to the Black Lives Matter movement and all this other stuff, these feminist movements, like
it's about
it's trendy.
Me. It's about me.
It's trendy.
It's
dog.
about
like,
me.
Come on, man. And yeah, I don't know. Back on the mental health, like dudes, I've seen men, I've seen women. You want to talk about mental health, right? When you're watching somebody play a sport. And you're cussing them out and saying all this stuff. What is that? What is that doing to their mental health? You're not taking their mental health in consideration.
Yep.
So keep the same energy.
Exactly. When your team is losing and you're
watching
cussing out
the Washington football team.
You're cussing out
and Fitzpatrick throws an interception.
And you're cussing them out, calling them whatever name in the book.
This stuff is trendy, and you might get some likes when you repost something. Or, you know what I'm saying, you're on your story, people will comment. Nah, keep the same energy.
So I just want to sum this up. What you're telling me is even if I'm not at my best, I still have to show up and try to give whoever the hell I'm giving, whatever I'm giving them to, what they need. That's
You're
what you're telling me.
If you made a
you're human, Nico. You're not always going to be at your best.
Okay, so but you're telling me I need to show up for whoever is telling me to show up.
It's not about you. It's not about telling. No.
It's the context.
It's not about telling.
Like a team.
There's a difference.
You're looking at it as one person.
If
it's me. Yeah, I'm gonna take
There's a difference.
You're literally. When do y'all watch gymnastics? The Olympics. You never watch gymnastics.
Biles is doing the gymnastics.
So
that's when I watch.
You're
if
on the
I
highest...
made a commitment, and it's not about someone telling you. It's about you telling somebody this is what you're going to do.
Yeah.
All right. Now, if there's something,
well.
if it's physically or whatever, or even mentally something's going on to the point where you're like, look, I'm gonna do more harm than good.
Then it's okay.
Yes.
So maybe that's the situation that was going on here. That's all I'm trying to say.
But I'm saying her explanations didn't line up to that.
That's the only.
That's my thing, bro.
She don't owe nobody an explanation.
Well,
when you say stuff, there's consequences, bro.
And that's what
when you commit to things.
If you say the first day, man, I have the twisties. You know what I'm saying? You're not mentioning the fans and fans not being there. Then off jump, I'm like, okay, like something's going on with her. But if you're not telling us that up front and you're saying all this stuff, yes, I expect you to go out and compete for your teammates.
And we didn't even get to the point where she calls herself the GOAT. She called herself the GOAT. She's been saying that about herself.
She is, but
again, there's consequences for your words.
Exactly.
I'm a GOAT.
There's consequences.
See me.
Okay, but this is what I am with. To Grover's point.
Again,
when you
watch The Last Dance and listen to Grover's quote where he says, basically was like, look, Jordan had an obligation to the fans. He didn't even mention himself, to his family, to his teammates, to go out every night. And this goes back to, load management.
Played MLB.
Huh?
Like after he won a few championships, talking about that Jordan.
After he finished the season.
After he finished.
Oh, but they weren't expecting him to come back and.
But he finished.
He finished. He didn't. He
wasn't quit.
He wasn't in game 6.
Because here's the thing.
What's the difference?
No. I got you.
There's a huge difference.
So let me ask you this: Do you think?
And I don't want to compare. Jordan's different.
Do you think that his last season before playing baseball, that he just in a snap of a moment decided that he didn't want to play basketball? No, he probably had been thinking that throughout the season.
Oh, he was done.
He said it, but he decided. Like he said, he decided. Despite how I feel. I made an obligation. There's somebody who may have never seen me play
accountability.
Again. And there's someone who they're paying money to see me. They're looking up to me. So it's my duty to give them my best every single freaking night, regardless of how I feel. So I'm going to finish the season, and then after the season, I'm done. She said she's done with this Olympics after this, and it makes sense. She's 24, right? So my thing is, if you put yourself on a certain pedestal, it's Naomi. She's humble. She's chilling. It's a little bit different with her, right?
She's not the greatest tennis.
She's not the greatest tennis player, and she's not calling herself that. Yeah. But when you call yourself that, and then you're
opening yourself up for criticism.
There's certain consequences that you have to deal with. Now, should you do it only for that reason? No, that's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, when you make a commitment and you tell your teammates. You tell the country, you tell the gymnastics committee, because people brought up, it was because of the sexual assault, and that's why she's not there. People were making up answers for her. She never said that. She still hasn't said that. And the sexual assault, that case was at its peak in 2016, during the Olympics.
When she competed.
So they were using that. We don't know what she's gone through. I don't, but she chose to compete then. I don't think that's why. And we said that. People killed us for it. I don't think that's why she's not competing.
Again,
it wasn't because of the sexual assault.
It's fishy to me.
She said, I'm not having fun. We're not having fun. I need to take a break. Then it's, I had this medical condition. And then she competes after that.
Yeah, all those.
And then Sunday, 2 days before she decided that she wasn't going to compete, like 30 minutes before the competition, she had a bad day on Sunday. So is it possible? Is this the answer? But is it possible that she didn't feel goatish, and she felt like, I'm not gonna freaking embarrass myself out there because I'm not obviously didn't perform to my standards and other people's standards.
Is it possible before that meet that she was already
Yeah.
feeling this type of way?
Yeah.
And then she was like, damn, I really stunk it up.
Yeah.
Know what? I don't want to hinder anything that's going on. Let me step away. And that's what I'm saying. Like, when is it going to be okay for someone to be like, bro, I can't do it right now. I can't. And I don't owe you an explanation. Like, I don't.
I think there's situations.
I can't wrap my head around that. And if you love me enough and respect me enough to put me on this team,
that's okay.
You should understand that. Hey, if he's saying I can't,
it's bigger than it.
Y'all should understand that there's a reason. You should understand that there's a reason.
But if you look at the coach's response, he wasn't that happy with it.
Yeah, he let her compete again.
Yeah, I mean,
let her around the team again. So
because it was best for the team.
Best for a lot of reasons.
But yeah, we'll wrap up, man.
TV.
This is good. This is good.
Yeah.
This is good podcast content.
It's deeper than her, but like you just said, the TV.
And
like
it's hot.
Yeah, there's dog. She's Simone Biles.
And what I'm trying to tell you is, I don't care about you and your TV ratings.
Yeah, you're right. Fine. It isn't about that. There's a reason why, like, there's a reason why the NBA players in the bubble were like, yo, so for our health and all these other reasons, like, I'm not trying to hoop because I don't really care if it's going to hurt your ratings and income.
You're right.
We're not trying to come back early and risk all these injuries just because you guys want to make money. I'm with that. But again, the things that it's the switch ups.
Does a player who was on the Lakers the year of the bubble, who opted out, should that guy get a ring?
What's his name?
Yeah.
Avery Bradley. He said he didn't want to play.
He didn't want to play. Oh, my daughter's at risk for high risk. Yeah. Should he still get a ring, even though he knew beforehand?
I think so.
I'm not gonna endanger my child.
So he didn't play with them the whole. Didn't they play?
Well, LeBron, bro,
he probably did get a ring.
LeBron was vocal.
Like 60 games.
LeBron was vocal that he did not want to play in the bubble.
And LeBron was saying it.
He was vocal but he still. Again, he's LeBron James. He's LeBron James.
Yep.
He's LeBron James.
So that makes him right and Avery Bradley wrong is what I heard.
No. I'm comparing her. I'm comparing him to Biles.
No, there's no.
I'm comparing him to Biles because
him right and her wrong.
No.
Yeah. I'm just trying to understand.
Avery Bradley didn't do it in the middle of the bubble.
Yeah.
He said it before.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you were
LeBron said in the bubble, I don't want to play in here.
But Avery Bradley didn't do it in a game 7.
I don't think it matters if it's halftime. I don't think it matters.
Yeah.
What if that affects another person?
Well, let's do this. Let's wrap up
because
I actually got to go in like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But I do want to wrap up a clocking MVP of July. We didn't get to do it. This is a new one, man. Special, man. This is a group of people. It's not just a couple or one person. It's a group. I met one of the individuals in college. He was one of my college teammates. 2-sport athlete, straight up dog. And he ended up, getting married, had a family, and started tapping into the clocking movement, towards the beginning of it. His sister started tapping in, started posting workouts with him, his wife, his daughter, at the same time. So again, man, it's a group effort, man, and they're taking it seriously as a family, having that lifestyle. So the clocking MVPs go to no other than the Edwards and Hairston family. So shout out to JT Edwards, my teammate. I need to get his wife and daughter's name, and his sister Sierra. They call her T. Hairston. Crazy. She just they're from Franklin County. Mm-hmm. Found out yesterday she just moved to Herndon.
Oh wow!
And her brother-in-law she moved in with lives in the same neighborhood as Brandon and Molly, and they just met this week.
That's God.
Randomly.
That's God.
Randomly. So I'm gonna get the info, man. But shout out to them. Type into the summer merch, clockinapparel.com. We have a website coming for you sometime soon for everything clock in. So appreciate y'all support as always, man. And y'all know what it is, man. Clock in this week. Let's get it.
See y'all, man. Peace and love. It got hot with that conversation too.
Yeah, it did get hot. Shout out to Nick, man.
Yeah, that was great, Nick.
I like that energy, Nick. We need that, man.
We put in work and here's the proof. What you want?
I'm making moves, punching in.
I'm on it too.
I'm in the gym.
I'm in the stew.
It's hunting season.
Where's the food?
We push each other daily, level up.
Cause that's what brothers do.
Clock in.